Hello everybody, welcome back once again. Got another quick Stella Deus video for you here. This time we are talking about how to recruit Viser. Viser is definitely the most complicated or difficult of the four hidden characters to recruit, though I will say just general rule of thumb for recruiting Viser is just to overkill all of the bosses. That's how I do it anyway. I've read different things in terms of how to recruit him, but I would rather be safe than sorry, and overkill again essentially all of the bosses in the game. So the other kind of trick that I use though as well is or one thing that I think that can kind of help is if you examine an enemy in battle and it has I believe it's called an ID tag. So you'll see that in their items. So if you see an ID tag, you'll want to overkill that in order to recruit Viser, right? So basically it's like Viper. I think Nebula has ID tags, or an ID tag whenever you fight her, which I want to say is like 3 times. I know you fight Viper probably 3 times as well. Same with Viser himself. There is a tricky battle, and I'll try to point that out here because I'll string all of the different overkills together here. But I know there is one battle with Viser. I believe that's the Cathedral battle, where you're fighting him, and then there's like, I want to say maybe 5 to 7 golems with him. And the problem with that battle is if you kill too many of the golems, the battle ends. So definitely don't do that. Of course, you'll want to surround Viser, ignore most of the golems. I think you can still kill like 1 or 2 of them, maybe even 3. But like once you've killed like the 4th one, the battle ends. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, like I said, I'll include all of the different battles here as we... Okay, so this is the first battle with Viper. This is chapter 1. And I should say, so let me just describe the terminology here. So overkilling a boss means that you bring their HP all the way to 0. It can be a little bit tough unless you're over leveled, and that's going to be my biggest recommendation for kind of this process, right? Is to just make sure that your characters are over leveled. You probably want to be like 2 levels over whatever the boss's level is. So, of course, save your game before you start one of these boss battles. And if your characters aren't like 2 levels over, I would not do that, right? And just kind of make sure that you're leveled up a bit more. Also, team attacks. Team attacks is really the way that you want to do this. Make sure that everybody has them equipped. The first one is, I think it's combo slash, and then it's combo flame, so on and so forth. And so again, definitely make sure that you are equipping those combo abilities. And then here we're getting to, like 978 damage on this Viper. What did he have, like maybe 600, something like that? So pretty easy overkill there. Also, I should say, generally speaking, Spiro is going to be your best character to initiate. That means to start the combo attack because he's got the highest tech, generally the highest tech. And that really helps, or I should say, that is really what determines the damage of your combo attack. So again, try to always initiate with Spiro, over level if you can, and that should make things pretty easy for you. Of course, here is the second battle with Viper. This is where actually we're able to have a 6 character combo to finish him off there. And then the next one, it looks like another Viper battle. I think that looks like that's 3 of them. So there is, 3 total Viper kills that you have to do. And here I was just crazy overpowered. I spent way too much time in catacombs and doing the, is it like the mock battle quest or whatever that was? You could really catapult yourself to a very high levels using that mock battle. But it does get a little challenging at the end. Here's Jade. This is obviously the first Jade kill. I think this specific battle as well with Jade happens in Hydor. And this is similar to the later Viser battle where if you kill off too many of the enemies, the battle will end and you will not be able to overkill Jade. So again, make sure that you're not killing too many of the enemies before you actually, you know, of course, surround Jade then and kill him off. Here is the battle actually with Viser that I was referring to, where you know, you fight him along with his golems. I think that's in the cathedral. And again, just make sure that you don't kill off too many of the golems, otherwise that battle ends and you won't be able to overkill him. So again, very, very important to make sure that you're doing that. Next up, looks like another Jade battle. This looks, I don't know where. Okay, yeah, so this is the one where you fight Jade and Lumina and Priye are there as well. Unfortunately, though, you can only bring in 4 characters, so again, being over-leveled really helps to make sure that you're able to overkill Jade easily. And I should say, from what I've read, it may not be necessary to kill or overkill Jade specifically, and like the battles that that you face off against him. But again, in my opinion, I always like to be, or I would rather be safe than sorry, and I don't want to give recommendations to not kill Jade when I don't know. I've never verified if that is the case or not. But here's the first battle against Echidna. Definitely want to overkill her there as well, because that's also a requirement for recruiting her. And then here we've got, I believe this is the final battle with Jade. And I think after this battle with Jade is also there's a conversation. I should say that there's a conversation before the initial Echidna battle, and I've got you can, if you want to take a look at my Echidna recruiting guide, you can take a look at that as well. But before that initial conversation with Echidna, you want to tell, or you want to go with the top option and then overkill her, and that'll start her recruitment as well. Here the next battle. This looks like Croy. He is pretty easy here too. You'll face off against him maybe 3 times as well. But again, just overkill him there. And then next up, it looks like maybe... Okay, yeah, so another Jade battle. 1, 2... Oh, there's like 4 Jade battles that I'm seeing. At least 4, anyway. And yeah, so there we go. Overkill him again there. Looks like this is... Oh, this was the final recruitment for Jade there as well. So, again, if you want to take a look at my recruitment guide for Jade, though, that one's pretty quick, too. It's essentially just overkill him a bunch. And then there is one specific dialogue option where it's, you say something like, I wasn't going to. Like, Linnea asks if you were going to kill him, and you just tell him that you weren't going to. Or you tell her that you weren't really going to kill him. Alright, so next up here, this is another Croy battle. Of course, just gonna... Nothing fancy here, just overkill him there. And it looks like we've got Echidna battles next. Yes. So yeah, these ones are pretty easy as well. I want to say... So there's one Echidna battle here, and then I think there's another one immediately after. And I think the second one, Lumena, is in that battle as well. I never bother with Lumena. I don't worry, like I don't try to overkill her. And I definitely know that that's not necessary to recruit Viser. So yeah, you can see actually Lumena there is fighting us, and she's kind of behind the group. But again, don't worry about her for that battle. Just make sure that you take out Nebula there, and you're good to go. All right, next one looks like the last battle, I believe, here with, well, yeah, there may be a Nebula may appear one more time. I don't remember, but this is the last time I believe that you fight her before, or as a requirement for recruiting Viser. So. Yeah, we'll get this. This one was a little bit annoying because she was kind of hanging out right on the edge there, and I couldn't get my other characters kind of to surround her well, so I just had to be a little bit tricky here about how to actually initiate this one, but I got everybody in on it, so down you go. Looks like the next one is another Echidna battle. Or maybe I should say I believe there was only actually 2 times that you face off against Echidna, so just commence this one, take her down. And this I should say is the one right before you recruit her. Of course, you need to have overkilled her before and gone with whatever dialogue option that was, which was I just remember it being the top one. And then make sure that Spiro is his final rank 4 class, which is Samurai, and that is the last requirement for actually recruiting Echidna. And at that point, after that battle, after you overkill her, she'll join. And then, of course, there was another Croy battle. I believe, was that the last one? Yeah, that was the last Croy battle. And then here's it. The final battle here to recruit Viser is against Viser himself. So again, basically that one, he is surrounded by a bunch of golems, though, as well. I kill off all the golems first, and then, overkill Viser, and at that point he will join.